in the same boat in that the tools that we use, our computer, our phone, and so on, are also devised to interrupt us, to seduce us, to draw our attention from this to that. I think we've entered a time when we're in danger of intentional impoverishment. And the signs of it are more than, a couple looking in their phone instead of into each other's eyes. The other day I saw a mom holding a little toddler, and the toddler's trying to get her attention, and she's busy texting. She's just not available. And, of course, dad's the same story. And I think this is a real loss. When you have too much to do, too little time, too little support, when you feel overwhelmed, it's constant stress. And here the problem is you can't stop thinking about what's upsetting you, what's stressing you. You're not focusing here. You're not focusing on the task at hand. You're focusing on what's upsetting you, and that's the power of emotions. Emotions take over attention. They guide attention. I was in a classroom of 7-year-olds in Spanish Harlem in Manhattan. Spanish Harlem is a very impoverished place. Every day, this classroom, all the kids have a session where they go to their little cubbies and they get a favorite stuffed animal and they lie it down on a rug on the floor. They put the animal on their belly and they watch it go up with the in-breath and down when they breathe out. And they count 1, 2, 3 on the in-breath, 1, 2, 3 on the out-breath. They're strengthening the capacity, the mental muscle of attention. There's something else, there's a twofer here, because the same circuitry also calms stormy emotions. The ability to manage emotions is inextricably linked with the ability to pay attention. And the teacher said, one day because of a scheduling problem, we had to skip this, and the class was chaotic. The class was chaotic. Social emotional learning takes the emotional intelligence component, self-awareness, managing your inner life, empathy, handling relationships, and makes it part of the curriculum. Not in a way that takes away from academics, but in a way that enhances children's ability to handle themselves and their relationships. One of the things they do in these classes, in these programs, I've seen this in New Haven in a neighborhood very similar to Spanish Harlem. There's a poster on the wall of every classroom. It's a stoplight, a traffic light, red light, yellow light, green light. It says, when you're upset, remember the stoplight. Red light, stop, calm down, and think before you act. Well, stop says you have a choice. Calm down means you can manage your inner turmoil. Think before you act is a very valuable lesson because it says you can't determine what emotions you're going to have. Our emotions come unbidden. But once you have them, you can stop and think what you're going to do. In fact, one definition of maturity is lengthening the gap between impulse and action. Yellow light, think of a range of things you could do and what the consequences might be. Green light, pick the best one and try it out. Our emotions are contagious, for better or for worse, particularly when we pay full attention to each other. I once was waiting for a bus on a very hot, humid day in New York City in August. It's the kind of day, I don't know about London, but in New York we have a rather invisible balloon around us. We're feeling a little prickly. It says, don't talk to me, don't touch me. I had my balloon intact and the bus pulls up, get on with my balloon, and the bus driver did something quite surprising. He actually spoke to me. He said, how's your day been? I was shocked, but I sat down, taking most of my bubble with me. Then I realized this bus driver is carrying on a conversation with everyone on the bus. And then people would get off the bus and he'd say to them, I hope the rest of your day is really wonderful. That man was an urban saint. He transformed everyone on the bus. He was sending ripples of good feeling through a city that sorely needed it. And I think the bottom line is You know, you don't have to go to the Himalayas for decades. We all can do that in our lives if we pay attention.